Right now, pro-choice activists march at the Capitol ahead of Tuesday's Supreme Court vote, which could determine abortion laws in Wisconsin. Plus, there's an alert day in the forecast with severe storms possible on Tuesday. Julian is tracking the timeline and impacts of that weather. And there's a new name to know running for the White House in 2024. We'll tell you who announced his candidacy today. That's all coming up at 10. Well, good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Armand Rahman. If you're voting on Election Day, you'll want to pay close attention to the weather on Tuesday. Another round of severe thunderstorms are expected with a first warn alert day in the forecast. Meteorologist Julian Seawright is tracking the timing of that Tuesday storm. Julian?
That's right, Armand. Sorry to cut you off for a moment, but yes, we are looking for storms heading into our Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night. Some may even linger into the early morning hours for our Wednesday. So let's get right into it. We are having an alert day for, again, another severe weather threat for southern Wisconsin, but areas that are further south, this would be for northern Illinois and for eastern Iowa and for northern Missouri, are looking for to be the hot spots for us to see any kind of storms that will be firing off going into our Tuesday night. Outside of it, all threats are on the table. High winds, heavy rainfall, hail, an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. Now, again, we're looking for late Tuesday afternoon into our Tuesday night. So if you are going to be voting, make sure you're staying weather aware. You can see, again, the Midwest is going to be in the center of us seeing storms for this timeline. For southern Wisconsin, just south of Madison, areas from Platteville to Janesville, all the way to our friends at Kenosha, are really going to be into the second layer, the 2 out of 5, the slight risk for us to see severe storms. But further south near Rockford is also in the enhanced level 3 out of 5 for seeing severe storms. Again, the timeline mainly going to be afternoon, evening, and nighttime hours. We're going to see those storms starting to fire off as those temperatures really start to climb, and we're seeing wind speeds that will be another issue from the storms rolling in as we get into our Tuesday and for our Wednesday morning. We'll break this down a bit further in a few moments. Until then, back to you, Armand.
The National Weather Service has confirmed 6 more tornadoes from Friday's storms. 3 were confirmed yesterday, so that's a total of 9 tornadoes Friday, with possibly more as surveying will continue tomorrow in Iowa County. The total number of those killed by Friday's storms has grown to 32 across 7 states. This after authorities say 2 children and 1 adult were killed when a tree fell on their Memphis home. Storms spawned more than 50 tornadoes, causing widespread damage across the South and Midwest. Some neighborhoods were completely leveled. Victims were also reported in Arkansas, Indiana, and Illinois. Back here in Dane County, 16 people who were staying at a Mount Horeb motel are now displaced after the motel caught fire this afternoon. The Mount Horeb Joint Area Fire Department says a fire started at 2 this afternoon at the Caracol Country Inn. Fire crews did see flames upon their arrival. Units from Verona, Black Earth, Barnevald, New Glarus, and Cross Plains all assisted in extinguishing the fire. The Red Cross is now helping those who had rooms there. A cause of the fire is under investigation. Madison firefighters say there were no flare-ups overnight at the site of what remains of a warehouse facility which caught fire there Friday night. It happened on South Park Street on Madison's south side, about a mile west of the Alliant Energy Center. It was a 3-alarm fire, meaning many firefighting resources were brought in to battle the blaze. Fortunately, no one was hurt. An investigation into what started the fire is underway. Today marks 15 years since the murder of 21-year-old Brittany Zimmerman, a UW-Madison student who was killed inside her downtown apartment. Just months ago, her killer, David Call, admitted his guilt and pleaded guilty in a courtroom more than 14 years after the murder. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole back in January. It took nearly 12 years for police to arrest Call, matching his DNA with evidence found on Zimmerman's shirt.
We won't go back to hangers if our right to choose is banned. We rage for women's lives.
Pro-choice activists gathered at the Capitol today for one last rally ahead of Tuesday's election. Braden Ross was there to hear the message they're driving home just days away from voting.
Till we stop these crazy schemes against Planned Parenthood, we rage for women's lives.
Just 2 days from Wisconsin Supreme Court election, pro-choice activists making one final push.
Our rally today is stating that we are not going to be silent and we refuse to go backwards because we have 2 days to change it.
On Tuesday, voters will decide whether the Wisconsin Supreme Court will have a liberal or a conservative majority when they hear an upcoming case challenging the state's 1849 ban on abortion.
The justice who is leaving the court is currently the tiebreaker. So, whoever is elected next Tuesday is going to be the one who breaks the tie and makes decisions about all of these issues that we're talking about.
Sunday's event marked the last rally in the statewide Rally for Our Rights tour hosted by Wisconsin Secretary of State Sarah Godlewski.
We've been doing these rallies across the state and people have been showing up.
Speakers included medical students.
Why would any doctor want to stay here in a place where we are forced to watch our patients get sicker and sicker until they're on the edge of death before we can intervene?
Healthcare workers.
Since the fall of Roe, we in Illinois have seen a tremendous rise in patients coming to our state for abortion care.
And women who shared their own experiences with abortion.
I think now, thank God I was raped when I was 16 and not today that I'm 21, because at least when I was 16, I would have been able to go and get an abortion if I needed one. Today, that's not the case.
All there to drive home one big message.
On April 4th, this Tuesday, you need to show up. We need to show up and vote for those who can't.
For News 3 Now, I'm Braden Ross.
Supreme Court candidate Dan Kelly is making campaign stops around the state in the lead up to Tuesday's vote. One of his stops was in West Salem. Kelly says he's a constitutionalist and spoke with supporters there about preserving and upholding the rule of law. As a former state Supreme Court justice, Kelly says he believes that prior experience on the state's high court gives him an advantage.
The body of scholarship that I've developed during my time serving the people of Wisconsin as one of their Supreme Court justices has been cited, quoted, or relied upon hundreds of times by courts here in Wisconsin and all around the country.
Today was your last opportunity to vote early in person ahead of Tuesday's election. If you didn't, you'll have to head to the polls on Tuesday. The City of Madison Clerk's office says that as of this morning, more than 16,000 voters have cast their ballots early in person. Of the more than 41,000 absentee ballots issued, more than 35,000 have been returned. If you aren't registered to vote, you can get registered at your polling place on Tuesday. To learn more information about getting registered as well as finding the polling place closest to you, visit myvote.wi.gov. Well, if you've ever been to a Badger game, you know that sports are taken pretty seriously here on the UW-Madison campus. But as Nicole Herzog explains, everyone is a winner when it comes to playing with best buddies and Badgers for Special Olympics.
Yeah, that's right, Armand. From indoor kickball to relay races, inclusion was the name of the game during the Buddy Olympics at the Nick Recreation Center today. And today's event was a collaboration between Badgers for Special Olympics and UW-Madison's Best Buddies chapter, two clubs that focus on building friendships between students and people in the community with disabilities. Participants had the chance to compete in a variety of sporting events, all while cheering each other on.
We're going to integrate everyone and have an inclusive environment and just have a fun time. That's what it's all about. Just about having a fun time of doing normal things and including everyone in these activities. So
it's the first time the two clubs have come together to host this specific event, combining their goals of hosting fun activities for people with disabilities and including everyone in what they do. And if you want to get in touch with Best Buddies or the Badgers for Special Olympics, you can reach out through the Wisconsin Involvement Network website.
Nicole, thank you. Turning now to national news, former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson is throwing his hat into the ring for the White House. This morning, he announced that he's running for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination. A frequent critic of former President Donald Trump, he has hinted at a potential presidential run for months with repeated calls for a new direction for the GOP.
I'm running because I believe that I am the right time for America, the right candidate for our country and its future. And I shouldn't hinge upon anything else.
Trump and former U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, have also announced their candidacies. A number of other Republicans, including Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former Vice President Mike Pence, have been making moves suggesting they're considering presidential bids. Preparations are underway to secure the Manhattan Criminal Court, where former President Donald Trump will appear Tuesday. A grand jury indicted Trump last week. The charges are still under seal, but he is expected to face dozens of counts related to an alleged hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels. While Trump has called for protests, it's unclear if people will show up for his arraignment on Tuesday. Well, coming up at 10, a celebration of all things Polish as the Polish Heritage Club hosts its annual festival in Monona. Plus, A Washington State man is being called a hero for saving a life during a ski run. His GoPro camera capturing the harrowing rescue of a man stuck in a tree well.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Make a move in the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and Accord, with available hybrid powertrains designed for more responsive performance and more advanced tech. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2022 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Get moving and find the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
There were severe health complications with my baby when I was pregnant. We made the decision to have an abortion so our daughter wouldn't suffer. Dan Kelley doesn't believe that women should even have that freedom. On the Supreme Court, Dan Kelley will uphold the criminal ban on abortion. Someone you love might struggle with a pregnancy like I did. And that's why we can't have an extremist like Dan Kelley on the Supreme Court.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
It's time to play ball. Monday, Josh travels to AmFam Field for a live preview of the Milwaukee Brewers home opener. And Leah Linscheid's back from maternity leave.
And as we go into the upcoming work week, we're tracking another strong storm system. Join us Monday between 4:30 and 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
New at 10, a Palm Sunday tradition with a slice of Polish culture returned to Monona. The Polish Heritage Club's annual spring festival featured Polish jewelry, pottery, colored Easter eggs, and more. And of course, a taste of Poland with kielbasa, puczkis, and hunter stew.
It keeps growing, and we really are happy that people come to enjoy Polish culture, the ancestry.
Proceeds support the Polish Heritage Club scholarships, educational programs, and cultural events. Today, Madison's Barrymore Theater showcased different vendors for the 26th annual Collectibles Flea Market. Admission was free and visitors could grab a beer, some movie theater popcorn, and browse the wide collection of antiques, jewelry, vintage trinkets, concert posters, and a whole lot more.
It's a really fun event. It's just something different from the normal concerts that we have here, and we always get a good turnout, and all the vendors seem to enjoy it and want to come back every year.
Last year, the market was outside in the parking lot after taking a few years off during the COVID-19 pandemic. Julian is back now with another check of the forecast ahead of the severe weather that we're expecting for Tuesday.
That's right, Armand. We're going to get right into it. Our alert day is in the forecast for Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night for severe weather threats that will be impacting much of southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois. Once again, all threats are on the table from this system that's going to be rolling its way into not only the Midwest, but the upper Midwest itself by the time we get into our Tuesday and Tuesday night. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. Our SBC has been issued over across much of the Midwest, an enhanced risk for parts of Illinois, Iowa, and for northern Missouri, but the slight risk is just south of Madison. Madison itself and areas to the north are within the marginal risk was level 1 out of 5, but south south of it, 2 out of 5 for the slight risk, and then the enhanced risk is near Rockford and areas to the south. As we're looking for the best possibility for us to see severe storms, but even areas along south of I-39 are still within that areas of being able to be susceptible to seeing any of those storms firing off by the time we get into our Tuesday nights. So what we're watching for is storm development once we get into our later parts of our afternoon. May see a first line once we get into the early afternoon hours around 1, 2, 3 o'clock, but around the evening hours is when we're starting to see it fire off even more. So there's going to be plenty of instability in the atmosphere as we're getting these winds. High winds moving throughout much of the eastern side of the upper Midwest, and the temperatures themselves are going to even climb once we get into our late night hours, transitioning into our Wednesday. We're still seeing temperatures into the middle 60s, what could be fuel for us to see some of those storms carrying into the overnight hours, but we are looking for it to mainly die out once we get around that time. Now, taking a look at ahead, once again, we have about 2 days until we get into any kind of severe weather. So now it's the time to plan ahead and go through your severe weather checklist and your severe weather plan. Make sure that you have multiple ways, again, to receive alerts, especially if we start to see storms firing off into the later hours of the night when you are going to be going to sleep. Make sure you have multiple ways to receive any kind of alerts during that timeline. Now, outside of that, so let's take a look at planning out our Monday. Well, we're looking for potential some light shower activity. It might not even hit the ground north of Dane County near the Dells, but temperatures themselves being in the upper 30s. Not going to feel too bad once we wake up in the morning, but it feels even better around lunchtime. Temperatures into the lower 50s. Be a nice time to go out for a quick little walk, but we'll see some shower activity getting into our 5 p.m. commute. So expect to bring out the rain gear around the evening hours and going into our Monday nights. Might see a couple of pop-up isolated thunderstorms, but overall nothing too severe or too strong. Monday nights, temperatures still holding into the mid-40s, and with those warmer temperatures carrying into our Tuesday morning, it's going to be setting the stage for us to see a bit of instability going into our Tuesday as well. 3 things we'll need to know wrapping it off. We're looking at temperatures into the 50s to start the week. Showers will be possible Monday afternoon and potentially even some thunderstorms going into our evening hours. And then strong storms that could be severe are why we have the alert day for Tuesday and what we're going to be monitoring. Temperatures now on Wednesday, our high is around 60 degrees. Well, that's going to be very early in the morning. Once we get to Wednesday afternoon, temperatures will fall as we get a cold front rolling through, bringing us into the 40s. And that's going to be the theme through Thursday until we get into the weekend, Armand. We are looking for a little bit quieter weather, excuse me.
It's going to be wetter too, yeah.
That's true. We're not going to be seeing too much shower activity heading into the weekend, which is great news for us. Easter Sunday, which is going to be around 60 degrees. Might see a shower, but plenty of sunshine's in the forecast for us right now.
Yeah, just got to get through this week and some pretty severe weather. It's been a wet start to spring.
Absolutely, especially with all the snow that we got in March. I'm glad that right now we're just dealing with storms.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Julian.
We're both going to catch our breath for a sec. I'm going to help dig you out, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. Oh.
A heart-pounding rescue on Mount Baker in Washington State. Francis Zuber was skiing in an isolated area last month when he spotted a snowboarder stuck upside down in the snow. His quick reaction may have saved a life, and his GoPro camera captured it all.
He was fully upside down. You know, I had to dig down 6 feet to get to him. And that part was way more exhausting than I thought it was going to be.
The snowboarder had been buried upside down in a hazard called a tree well, also called spruce traps. There's spaces that form at the bases of trees that can present a real danger for skiers and snowboarders. Well, coming up here, Johnny Davis getting his first start NBA tonight. Jordan has more on his performance next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin knocks out symptoms from over 200 allergens without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
Stay tuned to get 2 rolls of alien tape free. You wouldn't stick your mother-in-law on the wall, but you could with alien tape. It just sticks. Just peel and stick to make anything stay in place quick. Brick, pavers, marble, tile, plastic, even leather. Nothing works better than alien tape. You wouldn't stick your fishbowl on a moving car, but you could with alien tape. The secret is nano-stick technology that grabs and locks on to secure one side of the surface to the other. Alien tape secures in seconds, then twist, pull, and rinse to reuse. Call or go online to get your first roll of alien tape for just $19.99, plus shipping and processing. But to make this deal really stick, we'll give you 2 more rolls absolutely free. You get 3 rolls of alien tape for one low price. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-490-1347 or go to tryalientape.com. So call 1-800-490-1347 or order online at tryalientape.com.
A teenager with the mental capacity of a 6-year-old, tricked by a predator on Facebook using a fake name, who then sexually assaulted her. It was pure evil. If Judge Janet Protasewicz was to ever take a stand for a victim, this was the time, and this was the victim. But she failed, again, placing the man on probation with a measly 60 days in the local jail. Tell Janet Protasewicz, stop letting predators off easy.
It's the sale that took the country by storm. Denver Mattress presents the smash hit Spring into Savings with fan favorites like
Silly comfort for me and better sleep too. And don't forget a free gift for you. Save up to $150.
That's the athlete's choice.
Get 3 years no interest financing.
I'm shipped free.
That's a 365 guarantee.
But don't wait. Spring into Savings at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Miss the news and need to know what's going on where you live?
News 3 Now is always on. Download the Channel 3000 app and get video on demand whenever and wherever you need it.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
One week left in the NBA regular season, and with just 5 games remaining, the Bucks are trying to lock up the Eastern Conference's top playoff seed. Back in action tonight against the 76ers, Philly has won the last 2 meetings, but tonight it's all Bucks. They're cooking early in the corner. Drew Holiday knocks down the first 3 of the night. And the Deer quickly grab a double-digit lead, and Brook Lopez is there to extend it. Splashes 3 of his 21 points, making it a 16-point game. And of course, Giannis just doing his thing tonight. Muscles his way to the rim for 2. Game high 33 from him, and the Bucks win 117-104. They'll split the season series with Philly. Johnny Davis getting his first NBA start tonight. Wizards taking on the Knicks, and the former Badger standout put up a season-high 16 points with 6 boards and 3 assists. The stage is set for the men's national championship game. San Diego State will look to make program history, playing for their first natty as they face UConn, who is chasing their 5th title since 1999. But for the Aztecs, it's all about sticking to what they've been doing in their tournament run, which has certainly caught the Huskies' attention.
We know we just got to stick to our game plan. We're our own biggest competitors. You know, if we just play our game, I think we should come out with the win. And, you know, credit to UConn, though. They're a really good team.
Just so much respect for how well coached they are, their defensive abilities, the physicality, the rebounding, the depth, both front court and perimeter. It's exciting to share the court with a team that, we mirror each other, I think, in a lot of ways.
That game will air here on CBS tomorrow night with tip-off at 8:20. Doubleheader Sunday for Wisconsin softball. The first game with Illinois not going in the Badgers' favor. They fall 6-4, but they got a chance to close the series with a dub and possibly pick up their second conference series win of the season. Now let's talk about that first inning. UW down 1-0, and it's Ellie Hubbard with the clutch bat. A 2-run homer for the lead. Now Brooke Couple is going to follow suit. Another 2-run shot. Her bat, it's just not done yet. In the second inning, Badgers are up by 5 runs, and she crushes a 3-run homer. It's 9-1 after 2 innings. Now the Illini managed to cut it to a 1-run game later on, but Bucky holds on for the dub. Tuesday, they will host St. Thomas for a doubleheader. First game is at 3. Series finale for the Brewers and Cubs. The Crew coming off their first win of the season. Could get that first series win today. Now the offense is going early, tied up at 2 in the 4th. Garrett Mitchell sends it to deep right. An RBI triple for the go-ahead. 6th inning, though, bases juice for Jesse Winker. He drops one into center, and 2 runs will score. Brew Crew close it out at Wrigley with a 9-5 win. Next up is their home opener with the Mets. That's tomorrow with first pitch at 1:10. We will have team coverage all day, so stay tuned into News 3 Now. Because, yeah, we have the morning team up there. I'll be up there, so it'll be...
exactly.
Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be a really fun one.
There we go. All right, thank you so much, Jordan. Final check of your first warm forecast is coming up when we return.
On abortion rights, do you want extremist Dan Kelly holding the gavel? Kelly wants abortion banned even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. He'll uphold the 1849 criminal abortion law that allows doctors and nurses to be jailed for performing abortions. And he'll strip women of their freedom to make their own decision on abortion. So don't give Dan Kelly a gavel with your vote. He's just too extreme.
Hit the ground running in the most adventurous Honda vehicles yet. Like the Pilot and Passport Trail Sport, or the Ridgeline, made more rugged with better off-road performance, and more capable with different driving modes available to conquer snow, mud, and sand. Adventure on in the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Intruders are more likely to target homes with dark zones. Take the bullseye off your house and turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a high-tech security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. During the day, it's disguised as a high-tech security camera. It's completely wireless and installs in just seconds. Powered by solar panels, no batteries needed. It adjusts a full 360 degrees. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. But wait, we can also include a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll give you free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-501-5956 or go online to buybionic360.com. So call 1-800-501-5956 or go to buybionic360.com.
This month, step inside local schools on high alert. Madison Magazine shares a chilling look at active shooter drills. Learn how they're affecting students and who's working to minimize their trauma. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now.
Want to know right now what the weather will be like tomorrow? Download the First Warn Weather app and you'll get my customized forecast for tonight and tomorrow.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.
It's Make My Monday at Hy-Vee. One day only this Monday. Get Hy-Vee orange juice for just 99 cents. That's right, just 99 cents. Cheez-It crackers for just $1.99. A 4-pound bag of that smart sugar for just $1.88. Fruity Pebbles or Honey Bunches of Oats for just $1.48. A tenderloin sandwich for just $5. And Nori Sushi California rolls are only $5. One day only this Monday, only at Hy-Vee.
A grade school golf prodigy earns a trip to Augusta, Monday at 10.
Well, it's going to be a bit of a hectic week, huh?
When will it end, Julian?
We have the news. So speaking of, it's going to end after Wednesday. But until then, folks, we are looking for some showers and potentially a thunderstorm isolated going into our Monday night. But temperatures at least will be favorable for the next few days until we get into Thursday. However, the alert day is for Tuesday afternoon and night. Reminder, we have a severe weather threat for southern Wisconsin and could last throughout Tuesday night. It's something we're going to be watching really closely here on the First Warn Weather Team.
There you go. Better stay prepped. All right, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow morning.